This video was sponsored by sellcashier.com. Sellcashier pays top dollar for your used iPhone. Get a quote, ship your phone, and get paid. It's that simple. Check out more details at the end of this video. What's up, Geeksters? It's me, Omar from geeksterlabs.com. How you guys doing today? Well, the product I'm going to be reviewing for you is something that was sent to me free for review from Dog and Bone. Today we got the Backbone wireless charging case and pad. And so this retails for $120. As you guys can see, I have the black and red version right here. There's also black and orange, black and blue, black and pink, and black and baby blue versions as well of this product. So this is basically a protective case that allows you to use a Qi charging pad to wirelessly charge up your iPhone. Okay, so these are all the pieces that are included in the box. We have the case itself, we have the charging pad, we have a micro USB cable here, and a headphone jack adapter, a screen shield. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. It does include a screen shield, which is always nice, and instruction manual. All right, so let's put some of those things to the side. So like I said, this is the Qi charging pad right here. On the bottom of that, we have the micro USB port right there, and that's what you would use the plug with. And of course, it does have the headphone adapter, so this is what you would use, because since the bottom portion of this is a little bit higher than in most cases, it does. Most headphones are not going to fit in there unless it's a really small one. If you have like an Apple headphone pair of headphones, that's small enough to fit in here without using the adapter. But if you do have another pair of headphones that's a little bit larger, that's not going to be able to fit in that hole, you are going to have to use the adapter, which is kind of a bummer, but it's just kind of the way it is. So as you guys can see here, this case is two pieces. Okay, we have the main case and we have the sensor that's built into here. So this is what you need in order to charge up your phone with the pad itself. Okay, and like I said, this is a Qi pad, and this is something that other devices have used in the past for wireless charging. And let's go ahead and pop in the phone into the case so you guys can see how this works. So on the top right here, we have the standby switch. It's covered up, but you can still feel the click through the button there, so that's kind of nice. Get to the side, we have our mute and our volume up and down. Easily, you can get into there pretty easily. It's a nice big opening. You can still feel the clicks through the case as well, so that's always nice. So when you get to the bottom, this is when it's the 30-pin or the lightning connector is being blocked off, because you have this other piece right here. Do have the headphone port. Like I said, it is kind of deep, so you will have to use an adapter if you don't have a pair of headphones that will fit in there nicely. The microphone is kind of being blocked, but it does have a slit right there, so you can still, they shouldn't have any issues hearing you. And there's also a slit in the front as well, right there. So then also obviously the lightning connector is blocked off, and then we have the microphone or the speaker coming from there and from the front. I did notice that the audio on the speaker is affected a little bit, so you still have to kind of cup it to get some good audio from it. I kind of wish that maybe it was just pointed that way and it was blocked off like this, so that way when you watch videos, the audio would be coming towards your face like normally though, but that's just kind of the way it is. No real big issues with that. Just something personal preference I noticed there. So when you get to the side of the case, we do have a lay on the table design. I do have a glass screen shield on my phone, so it does make the screen look like it's closer to the edge, but if you didn't have a thick screen shield like I do, you would be able to see there's a pretty good edge on the phone, so if it does fall face down, it's not going to be touching the glass of the iPhone. Okay, and as you can see, nothing else is being blocked off. The home button is not covered up or anything like that. Get to the back, we have a nice big opening for the camera, and the flash does not bounce off the edge right there. And we have a nice little cool textured design, so it makes it a little bit easier to grip in your hand, which is kind of nice. And so here we have the sensor on the back. Okay, so like I said, this is the sensor that you use with the pad to charge up the device. So without this right here, you cannot charge up your phone wirelessly. One thing I kind of like the way this works though is, like, as you can see, and also if you don't have the pad with you, you can always use the micro USB to charge it just through the bottom right here, which is kind of nice considering I don't have that many lightning connectors, but I have tons of micro USB cords all over the place. So if I want to, I can just pop that in there. And what's nice too though is if I don't have my micro USB, but I do have a lightning connector, you can pop it off and you can still charge it. You can still sync and charge it with your lightning connector through the bottom, because it still gives you access to that. So that's pretty nice. Keep in mind, this is only going to charge using the Qi charge. It's only going to charge the device. It's not going to allow you to sync wirelessly. You still have to plug it in order to sync. You can plug it into the micro USB to sync it, but you can't do it wirelessly. Okay. So overall, the case is really nice. I think it has a nice, nice rugged type of texture to the back. I think it probably does a really good job of protecting it. I will mention that most of the time you should have no issues charging this, and this isn't a device that is it is made for iPhone, so it does have that certification. But I have noticed that depending on what kind of wall charger you're maybe using, or if you plug into like maybe a computer, the USB on the computer, sometimes it has issues charging the phone. There was a couple instances when I plugged it in and it gave me the message on my phone screen saying this may not be charging up your device. So just one thing to consider, if you're using the wall plug, the one that your iPhone came with, the wall adapter, and the USB cable, well, any USB micro USB cable, you should be fine. But if you're plugged into like a computer USB without a wall plug or that type of scenario, there may be occasions when it won't work for you. I've spoken with other reviewers that have had the same case, and they have had no issues whatsoever with theirs. Apparently I'm the only one, I guess, dealing with that, so it may not even be an issue for you guys at all. But I just want to put that out there just in case it does happen. You know, maybe just check to see what you're plugging it into in order to charge it. But pretty easy to do, and it just snugs, it fits right on top of there. There's no magnet or anything in there included with that, but that's just it's just really easy to line up. So if it's by your bed and you're trying to find where to place it, it's really easy to just get it to snap right in place, and you're good to go for charging. Here's another cool thing though that Dog and Bone have released though. For additional $50, you can have a battery pack. Okay, and so this will actually fit in the back of your phone right here. It's slightly thicker. See, when you pop it in there, it's charging my device. So it's slightly thicker, and I believe this is only about 900 milliamps. So it will not give your phone a full charge, but if your phone's about 50%, maybe 60%, it should charge it up all the way to 100%. And it does it pretty quickly as well, but it still gives you the access to the port and the micro USB on the bottom, and it fits right in there perfectly. So it's kind of nice. I think it would be kind of cool is if this had a built-in Qi charger sensor inside here, and if this had like a dipped-in cutaways where you could still use it, pop it in there, you could charge up your battery or your phone at the same time. That might be kind of cool. But as far as charging this back up, you actually have to plug it in order to charge the battery up. And it will charge the battery and the phone at the same time if you want to do that. But like I said, it will not give you a full charge. It'll only give you about, if you have about 60% battery life left, or maybe 50, it'll fully charge up your iPhone. And this is, like I said, $50 for this little tiny battery. So kind of nice, guys. If you have any questions about this product, please post those down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it and what you think. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up as well. And if you want to stay up to date with all of my content, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always, guys, make sure you stop by geeksforlabs.com for the latest in tech news and video reviews. And I'll see you in the next video. Sellcashier.com offers you good money for your used iPhone, and it's very easy. Here's how it works. Visit sellcashier.com, select your phone's model, carrier, storage size, and condition, and instantly receive a quote for your phone. After that, choose your shipping option, which includes having a prepaid label and box sent to you. Once Cell Cashier receives your package and examines your phone to assess its condition, you'll receive payment via PayPal or check, and that's it. Super simple and much safer than dealing with those weirdos on Craigslist. Sellcashier.com. Simple, fast, secure.